live look at the Vatican right now, where the conclave will get underway in the next couple of hours to find the next pope. Cardinals will be gathering inside the Sistine Chapel at 4:30 p.m. in Rome. That's 10:30 in the morning, our time. There, they will take an oath of secrecy before they hold their first ballot. A 2/3 vote is needed to select a new pope. If that threshold is not met, the Cardinals continue with a second round of voting the following morning and then repeat until one is finally decided upon. For now, the world sits in anticipation for what color smoke comes out of the chapel. White means we have a new pope. Black means the voting continues.
And to that point, Julia, joining us this morning live in studio to talk more about this is Friar Hoang, Professor of Religious Studies at Siena College. Thanks for being here this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So what are you expecting from this conclave?
I expect to have actually a quite interesting discussion, because we know that Pope Francis has appointed cardinals from all over the world. This will be probably one of the most diverse conclave that we've had in a long time.
I was going to say, how long are you expecting this to go on, given the diverse nature of the cardinals we'll see here?
Well, since the cardinals have gathered there for about 2 weeks now, they should have sort of talked to one another and gotten to know one another a little bit. So I imagine maybe a couple days, not longer than that. We hope it's not like for 2 years, which is the longest conclave that we've ever had. So
wow.
Hopefully, yeah, so this would be a shorter conclave.
Leading up to what's expected to happen later today, what's been going on sort of behind the scenes over the past 2 weeks?
There was a mourning period for the late Pope Francis, which was about 9 days. And then the cardinals would have met in their regions, and then with other constituents who were interested in meeting them and getting to know one another in the Vatican at this time.
Okay. Do you expect that we could see someone similar to Pope Francis this next time around?
That is the hope of many people. But again, we don't know. We hope that they will still continue the presence of Pope Francis as proclaiming the gospel, being a person of good nature, someone who upholds the teaching of the church and continues to spread God's message throughout the world.
It'd be tough to top the people's pope, but certainly, like you said, something we hope for.
Definitely, but that's something we hope for. We hope that those who follow in his footsteps will continue what he has been as set in place.
Sure. Locally, what happens to our local clergy?
Well, since we don't have a pope right now, a lot of the administrative issues have been stopped. So the appointment of new bishops, the appointment of different administrative positions have stopped at this point. So if, for example, the Diocese of Albany is waiting for a new bishop because the current bishop is now of age, of retirement, so we are still anticipating a new bishop to be appointed, and that doesn't happen when there is no pope in the Vatican.
Got it. So there's that trickle-down effect. Briefly, anything at Siena that's going to be done specially given the conclave here? Well,
we have one of our former general minister, Father Michael Perry, who had worked in Rome and knows several of the cardinals who are eligible to be elected as Pope. And so he has a personal connection to several of the leading candidates. So we hope that maybe we'll be able to invite the new Pope to Siena College and to the region, if it's the one that our friar knows.
That would be wonderful. All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Julia?